Hey everyone, this is Peter Hall,
My name is Josh Hall.
and today we're going to be talking about my brother's Tea Party campaigning in the City of Redlands. So, start. Tell me what you've been doing.
Well, I've been canvassing with the Tea Party looking for voter fraud. I go to people's houses that are on the list of being suspicious if they have like multiple residents, especially if like each resident has like a different name.
Uh-huh.
And if they're over the age of 90 and if they speak a language other than English.
Okay, that last part won't. If they speak language other than English, that makes them suspicious because there's a bunch of.
If it's the primary language, yes.
Hmm.
If they speak a language other than English and it's their primary language, yes.
Because there's a bunch of legal immigrants who only speak one language, or they can speak English but not very well. So, tell me about the guy who's running for city council, Jesus Cicernos.
He's an ex-cop from LA.
Okay, go into detail. Come on.
Well, I only met him once at the coffee bean last week. He's an ex-cop from LA. I'm meeting him this Wednesday or Thursday to go over a campaign strategy.
Okay, do you know anything else about him?
He has 3 kids. His kids get picked on for being light-skinned.
Mm-hmm. Where do they go to school?
Or they used to get picked on for being light-skinned. They go to school here in Redlands. He's from Los Angeles, and when they were in Los Angeles, they used to get picked on for being light-skinned.
Uh-huh. So, what made you just, how long have you guys been voter canvassing?
About a month.
Okay.
2 weeks.
Are you guys still trying to, oust Jimmy Guzman-Lowry?
Yes.
Talk about that.
Well, Jesus Cicernos is running against her.
Right.
We're coming up with a campaign strategy this week. I'm meeting him on Wednesday or Thursday of this week.
Okay. So anything else you want to talk about? Come on.
Not off the top of my head. I mean, we can talk about what me and Jesus do when we meet this you and I can discuss what me and Jesus did this Wednesday, this Saturday, this coming Saturday.
Well, talk about what happened when you were voter canvassing.
Well, a bunch of people don't want to answer their door.
Okay. Talk about what happened.
Nothing exciting happens. A bunch of people don't want to answer their door. They don't seem interested in answering me and my partner's questions.
Is that Dale or somebody else?
It's Dale. It's usually Dale. A lot of them don't speak English or don't speak it very well. Other than that, nothing really interesting happened. We have houses with like 7 residents at times.
Okay.
Sometimes more. Nothing really exciting happens though, but
I bet there's a bunch of people who have big families like that though.
But yeah, but they all have. A lot of these people have like houses. A lot of these houses.
They're unrelated.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's suspicious.
Okay, and how many houses have you found that have been like that?
I don't know. I've lost count. A bunch.
And when you find them, who do you report them to?
The sheriff's department.
What did the sheriff's department do?
Well, I don't report it to the sheriff's department personally. I think Dale or the captain of Awaken Redlands does it, because Awaken Redlands is a subsidiary group of the Tea Party that's doing it. So they report it to the sheriff, and Dale says the sheriff's department isn't being very cooperative.
Why not?
Don't know. They're probably in on it, I guess.
What does he say that they do? What are they doing?
They're stonewalling.
Stonewalling.
You can ask him about it this week if you want to.
Yeah, I think I will. Let's see. You want to do that review commentary of the City of Redlands poll that they just sent out?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that.
What did they remove?
I don't know. Don't remember. And a lot of times they don't even show me. They just said, you said something that went against our standards.
You don't remember what it was?
They usually don't tell me. Okay. Okay, we're from the City of Redlands, and they just sent out a community poll for its residents. The City of Redlands 2023 Community Survey open to all residents, 16 to 17 minutes.
Speaking of which, the City of Redlands is on the list of cities that's working in cooperation with the UN and the WEF for the 2030 agenda.
It expires on the September 21st, 2023. Thank you for participating in the City of Redlands 2023 Community Survey. Please share this link with your friends and family to ensure participation by a wide variety of residents. Your responses are confidential and no identifying information will be shared. Please note that once you have answered the questions, in order to submit your response, you will be required to provide your email and zip code. A bunch of people, quite a few people on the Redlands Facebook page were upset about having to provide their email. This lets us be sure we are hearing from each person only once and see which respondents live inside or outside of the city. Additionally, the city hopes to continually engage with the community and periodically ask for your input on pressing topics, new ideas, or other important issues.
We're in District 4, I think.
Yeah. I know we're in District 4. I'm looking at my answers. For a minute I thought that like it was going to erase everything that I did. It didn't. Okay, so we live in the City of Redlands, and they've divided the city into like 5 districts. My brother and I live in District 4. District 3 is fucking weird. Look at that. They got like this little sliver of land all the way out over here. And this, like, what the fuck is that? Mainly, District 3 is over here, but then they got this, like, this little, this narrow shit over here. And District 1, like, why is District 1, like, what's that patch right there? What the fuck is that in the middle of District 1? What the fuck is that?
District 1 is weird too.
Yeah. Okay. So here we are. We're going to talk about the poll that
I would say Redlands is an excellent place to live, but it's slowly becoming just like San Bernardino.
Okay, we're going to do a review commentary of the poll. Okay, so the first question is, which district do you live? We put District 4. Question number 2, please rate each of the following aspects of quality of life in Redlands. Redlands is the place to live. I answered fair for pretty much everything. Your neighborhood is a place to live. Fair. Redlands is a place to raise children. Huh. I put poor for that one. Redlands is a place to work. Fair. Fair to visit. Fair to retire. Fair overall quality of life, sense of community. Fair.
I put excellent for most everything.
I put fair because, like, I don't think it's neither good. It's not really good, but it's not terrible either. But, like, you can see, like, things going downhill very, very slowly. Question number 3. Please rate each of the following characteristics as they relate to Redlands as a whole. Okay, so, yeah, I think it's going to be too boring to do this. The The problem I had with the poll is that all these questions they want you to rate.
I hated the questions about how do you feel Redlands is when it comes to incorporating minorities, and how do you think we're doing on diversity, inclusiveness, and equity?
Yeah, well,
that was one of the questions.
I commented on the City of Redlands Facebook post, and I said that they should have like a section where like you can actually like write down what you think about things instead of just like asking us to rate everything on a scale of like excellent, good, fair, poor, and I don't know. I rated most everything poor. There's a couple of things there. I rated most everything fair. There's a couple of things I rated good or poor, and some things I rated I don't know. I didn't rate anything as excellent. Okay? So, another problem that I have with this, one of the biggest problems I have with the City of Redlands is that a couple of years ago, they put in this train that pretty much nobody wanted and almost nobody uses, but it runs through Redlands on a daily basis multiple times a day. And yeah, like I said, hardly anybody uses it. I've heard that it's being used to like,
well, people use it, but it's not the citizens.
Yeah, I've heard that it's being used to like bring in homeless people from other cities.
And criminals, and people released from prison.
Yeah.
Jesus Ciceranos, we talked about that at the coffee bean last week, or 2 weeks ago.
Hey, look at that. We got 1 like and somebody's watching. Hi, whoever you are. So a lot of the questions have to do with like things like transportation, like how good a place Redlands is to drive or to walk or to bicycle or to take the bus and stuff. I haven't taken the bus in years. I hate public transportation. The buses only run like once an hour, and they're oftentimes late, so I hate taking the bus.
Well, the 19 runs every half hour. They got rid of the 9, I think.
Yeah. But I haven't taken the bus in years. And as far as like how good it's a place to cycle, I wouldn't know. I haven't cycled in years. I don't like cyclists on the road, especially when there's like a big group of them. They always take up the whole fucking street. Let's see. So we already talked about how like there's a whole bunch of legal immigrants living in Redlands, and a bunch of them are cramming themselves into houses.
We think they're illegal.
Yeah. Because they don't speak English. But even if they're legal, it's only because like the state of California is like rushing their citizenship, and they came illegally, but then the state of California granted them amnesty and stuff. So yeah, that's how the Democrats are taking over. They're just letting like illegal immigrants coming in, and they're promising them citizenship in exchange for votes, and they're trying to make it so that you don't even have to be a citizen to vote. Like I remember a couple years ago reading about how like they want to let people in foreign countries vote for our president because the president affects everybody.
Wait, you don't even have to be here?
Right.
That's retarded.
Yeah, I gotta look
So
up.
they want to let people in Mexico and China and Iraq vote for our president, and they don't even have to fucking be here.
Yep.
That's worse than just letting them vote and they're not even citizens, but they're here.
Yeah, I gotta look up that article. I'm gonna do a reaction to that later.
So they want people in foreign countries to vote, and they don't even have to be here legally or illegally.
Mm-hmm.
How can you vote in another country's elections that you don't even live in and you're not a citizen of?
I don't know. That's what they want.
Could you imagine letting Iraqis or Chinese people or Koreans or Mexicans vote?
Yeah.
And they're not even here?
So Josh, what do you think of like the questions about like, towards the end of the poll it asked us, are you Hispanic, Latino, AX or Spanish origin, Latin X? Are you Hispanic, Latino or X, Latin X? That's fucking stupid.
I think it's dumb.
Yeah. Oh, and let's see. They asked on question 32. They asked what your gender is. Woman, man, identify in another way.
How can you identify as anything but man or woman? I hate to say it, but like, it is impossible to identify as.
Hey, we got 2 likes.
It's impossible to identify as transgender, or gender non-conforming, or non-binary, or gender fluid. Gender is binary. There's only 2 genders. You're either male or female, and your gender is not decided at birth. It is decided at the moment of your conception in your mother's womb.
Yeah. So. I want to I want to interview other Redlands citizens about the poll so they can talk about it. They used a company called Polko, I think. Yeah, Polko to do the survey.
How did we get 2 likes if we only got 1 view?
I don't know.
That's weird.
So Josh, what do you think about like the design of Redlands residential and commercial areas? I put fair for that. What'd you put? Did you really list everything as excellent? Because like, I don't think it's excellent. It's okay.
I don't remember. I put good, fair, or excellent on a lot of things. State Street is probably the worst area because like half the businesses are closed down.
Yeah, but there's always new ones opening up too.
That's true. But then you have like the homeless taking over that whole section. Once they take over State Street, and it goes all the way to Colton. That whole area, the homeless are pretty much swallowed.
So 3 likes and 2 views. Hey everyone.
I really do like living here.
One of the things that I thought I voted on everything, but I guess I missed their question about the quality of the utility infrastructure for Redlands water, sewer, and electric and gas and broadband.
I put fair. I don't know.
Yeah, for the most part it's good. I mean, we've had outages and stuff, but they don't last that long. Okay, so what do you think of the quality of the parks and recreation opportunities in Redlands?
The parks are good. I put good or excellent. I don't remember.
I think they're okay. There's like trash and stuff in a lot of them, but they're all right. And a lot of them are like being taken over by the homeless too. There's a lot of homeless people in the parks. What do you think about the opportunities for education, culture, and the arts? There's a lot of cultural events that I never go to because of work, or I don't even know about.
I kind of hate it because they're trying to shove. There's a lot of cultural events that I don't really like because.
Like what?
Well, I think they're trying to get rid of the white culture by promoting like other people's culture. That's what I think.
Okay. Okay, what's the latest example? A homeless. Hey, John Marlowe commented. Cool. He's a guy that I know from work. Okay, so talk about the cultural opportunities that you think. Which ones specifically are like denigrating or ignoring like Europeans?
Well, they never have like European cultural at market night. It's always like Native American or Hispanic.
Yeah.
Or African. I've seen African tribal dances at market night. I never see anything. So I don't know.
I think a lot of people of European ancestry just really aren't connected to their heritage in America. Maybe in like other places like on the East Coast or something they are, but not on the West Coast.
I don't think anyone's connected. I don't think white people are connected to their heritage in America.
I think I think the Irish and the Germans and stuff like that on the East Coast, they probably still are more connected to their heritage than people over here.
Well, they're trying to like disconnect all white people from their heritage in America and even Europe.
Yeah.
And immigration is a form of soft genocide. It really is. Mass migration, combined with like falling sperm rates for white people, and only white people are experiencing, well, the Japanese and South Koreans are experiencing falling sperm rates as well, falling fertility rates. But they're not opening their borders the way Europe and America is. When you have plummeting fertility rates for 60 plus years, which is what America has, and then you have mass migration, that is genocide. People don't want to talk about it, but it is, and you're considered racist if you do. And I hate that.
Yeah. So how likely would you be to recommend somebody to live in Redlands? What'd you put for that? I put somewhat likely.
I put pretty likely, but Redlands is going downhill, like you said.
What about, are you likely to remain in Redlands for the next 5 years? If you could move, would you? Or would you stay? And if you could move, where would you want to go?
I don't know. If I could move, I'd kind of like, if I stayed in California, I'd kind of like to move to like Arrowhead.
Hmm.
But if I might also leave the state and go somewhere else, because California kind of sucks. Would you want to go to Huntington Beach?
I don't know. I mean, I don't like driving in Huntington. It's worse than driving in Redlands, and downtown Redlands sucks to drive through.
Yeah, Huntington is worse.
Okay, how safe do you feel in Redlands? I still feel pretty safe. What about you?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen anybody get beaten up? 'Cause I know you were talking about how like your coworker got like beaten up and he was hurt pretty bad, but have you ever seen anybody get beaten up?
No.
Yeah, things are going downhill. Like, we live in an apartment complex. Not gonna say where, just because like some crazy people might track us down and try to hurt us. But we live in an apartment complex, and they just put like a metal cage around our mailbox because like thieves have been breaking into mailboxes to steal people's mail. And assholes keep breaking the locks on the gates so that they can come and go as they please. They either break the lock on the front gate so they can open up the gate and go in without having a key, or they break the automatic car gate so they can walk through that. Fucking irritating. So, how do you think Redlands does making residents feel welcome? I think they focus too much on like minorities and people who are LGBTQ.
Yes.
City council does definitely. Attracting people from diverse backgrounds.
Don't really care. I don't know for that.
What do you think about the quality of business and service establishments in Redlands?
I put either good or excellent.
I put fair. There's most of the businesses here are restaurants or convenience stores. Variety of business and service establishments. Most of them are food related. There's a couple that are like, do other things. Like there's an Ace paint shop or something downtown. There's like, a few car dealerships. But most of them are food related. They're either restaurants or convenience stores. What about the vibrancy of downtown? What do you think about that? Is it vibrant?
State Street kind of is, but once you get past State Street, no, not really. Well, I mean, the area with Vaughn's is,
What about employment opportunities?
fair.
It's hard to find a job. Finding a job is fucking hard. Like,
Yeah.
especially if like you've never done like the work that you're applying for. Like, even if you could do it but you don't have previous experience, they won't hire you. And it's even hard to find jobs that you have done before because nobody is fucking hiring. And I've read that like a bunch of jobs are like putting down fake positions just to make it look like they're looking for applicants when they're not. Cost of living in Redlands. What do you think about the cost of living? Is it fair, or how would you rate that?
I don't know.
So is there anything else you want to talk about regarding Redlands?
How much I hate the city council.
Okay.
Eddie Tejeda, Paul Barrich, and Mario Saucedo are fucking, they're squishes. Jenna Guzman Lowry and Denise Davis practically run the council on all matters relating to LGBTQ, and seeing as how that's what pretty much the council is focused on, they pretty much run the council.
Yeah. Well, I guess we've talked about everything that we can talk about, so we're going to end. Thanks, everyone. Talk to you later.
You want to go to the gourmet pizza shop then?
Yes.